Lou, is that your first technical in college?
I think it's my second one, yeah.
What was the senior night ceremony? What did it all mean to you doing this as, second time, and just the reaction you received and all that came with it?
Very emotional. I knew it was going to be very emotional. It's always a special night, but it felt amazing, feeling the love and the support from obviously the whole team, and the crowd and the video made and just everything gathered up together just was very emotional, and to do it with Dorca, it was just a special ceremony for that, and I loved it.
Is there a extra sense of satisfaction? We know what the standard is here, but this year, everything you've been through, to actually win the championship and see it through and hold that trophy tonight?
Definitely, it's what we want at the end of the day. Even if it's been a very tough season and a tough stretch in the last couple of weeks, at least we find a way to at least get it, and I think that's the most important. It's more satisfying than not getting it. But like we've always said, we're not done, and we still have to work on a lot of things to get to the main goal, and obviously to get the national championship. So we're gonna still work on the best way we can to get that.
And Aaliyah, can you talk about that as well? Just the satisfaction. You've been here, you've won before. Just talk about how, was there like an exhale for you at the end, like one goal down, 2 to go?
I think, like Lou said, that's always the goal, so it feels good to accomplish that, like not taking anything away from it, but like you said, like there's a standard, and the way we've been playing is not up to the standard of how we know we can play and how good we know we can be. So I think obviously we're grateful for everything we've been through this year to still be in a position to win a championship, but I think we also know, like Lou said, we have a lot of things to work on, and we're not satisfied with where we are.
Kind of going off of that, so your guys' 10th straight postgame within single digits. What do you guys need to work on the most to go back up to that standard of fits before the postseason for any of you guys?
I think it starts with taking care of possessions, limiting our turnovers, and then also just having a better flow and kind of like togetherness in how we're moving. We can be stagnant sometimes, which is not what coach asks us to do, so we just need to be more disciplined, and more accountability comes from, starts with us and just starts in practice. So as Caroline and Lou has been saying, we're satisfied with the win. It's one of our milestones, but still a lot to win.
Aaliyah, Coach was very negative today, talking about you guys being selfish and not listening, and that if the team as constituted went into the NCAA tournament, the Final Four isn't attainable this year. Do you guys believe that it is, and why do you think it is?
Yeah, I think that our goal this season has always been win regular season, win Big East, and then the national championship. So it's still our goal. I know that we're struggling the past couple of games, and as we've been saying, there's still a lot that we need to work on if we're going to be able to match up against elite teams moving forward, because it's going to be a crucial part of our season moving forward if we want to go to and accomplish the goals that we want to. But we just have to stick together and just play off of each other more, and I think that we had spurts of that throughout this game, but we just need to be more disciplined in that way.
Why do you believe you can do that? Just because you've seen it at other points this season?
Absolutely. Like the way we started this season, we started off strong, and we were, just relentless in everything that we did, our approach, how we played, how we competed, and we just have to get back to that.
What kind of long after the first quarter, Xavier kind of really pulled up and strung that run together to get ahead early in the second quarter. What went wrong in that second half of the first quarter?
I think, like Aaliyah said, just valuing possessions and doing the little things. I think when we're all doing little things that we know we're successful at, and then people are firing on all cylinders, and I think we just we let them get confidence, and now teams think that they can come in and they can play with us, and we need to change that mindset.
Lou, can you talk about Nika set the single season assist record today? I know you got the basket in the time, I think Caroline got the tiebreaker, I'm not sure about that. But just to what she's done this year, and I have a follow-up question for you.
I mean, I think it's just, it's what she deserved, and you know, she's been doing it all year, and to be able to achieve it for the last game of the regular season, you know, it's what we all were expecting for her, and she's been, you know, everything but selfish, and she always wants to share the ball, and she always looks for others on transition and offense, and she enjoys that, and I think it just, we're all happy for her. We obviously, you know, knew that it was going to happen this game, and we're confident that it was going to happen for her, and I think it's just a great boost also for her confidence, and you know, for the rest of the year, but just very happy for her.
And to follow, your time in Fairfield, when you went to the MAC tournament, you pretty much figured if you didn't win the MAC tournament, you weren't going to the NCAA tournament. Well, if you don't win the Big East tournament, you're going to go to the NCAA tournament. Does that change your approach to the conference tournament at all, that you play differently, or do you still have to keep the same sense of urgency?
No, it doesn't change. I think I personally keep the same mindset, and I think everyone does. You know, we don't take anything for granted, and especially knowing how we've been playing, you know, in the last couple of weeks, we know that we have to do better during the Big East, even if we know that we're going to go to the tournament, because it's going to start with the Big East tournament. You know, we know that we can just get to the NCAA tournament and expect that we can win everything without, you know, playing well in the tournament and learning from my mistakes. So it's definitely going to be for us to have a really good tournament, and I think we all have the competitive mindset to go all the way in the Big East tournament and not take it for granted.
It's only been 1 year, but you've immersed yourself so much in this lineup. Does it feel like you've been here longer? And is this the role you thought you'd have to play when you came here?
It definitely feels, it's sometimes just weird, but in the good way. It's almost like, you know, I don't want to leave either. That year went by really fast, but I've built a really good chemistry with the whole team that made me feel like I was here for more than a year. And I forget that I just got here last June, not even a year ago. And obviously it's very emotional, but I think that my role being this year, it's not necessarily what I was expecting at first, but I was, you know, very fortunate to take it, and I always accept any challenge that gets on me, and I think that I had all the support from my teammates and the coaching staff right from the beginning. Even if I was new, they trusted me right away, and I felt that every day at practice, and I think that just helped me to embrace my role and feel more comfortable and confident in this.
How does like the fans' energy, like on a night like this, that was kind of like bittersweet, how do the fans help you guys to like stay, you know, cheerful and like keep pushing throughout the entirety of the game?
I think we're really lucky to have the fan base that we have, and they're like, Gamble is always packed, it's always loud, it's always energetic, and I think it's really makes it easy to play off of their energy. Like a lot of teams we play, like they play in empty gyms, and we're fortunate enough that we don't have that. So I think we're really fortunate to have the fans. We have the student sections always packed, the fans are loyal, so we're really grateful.
Last one, Roger.
Caroline, are you feeling a little bit better? I mean, with each game that you play, do you just feel a little more in rhythm or a little bit more confident? You look better today.
Yeah, I think with each game, you know, just being out on the court more, you get more comfortable, you're more, you know, kind of in the rhythm. I think being out, especially with the concussion, there's not much you can really do. You kind of stay in shape, stay acclimated, there's not much basketball stuff you can do. So going from kind of 0 to 100, it takes a little bit to get acclimated, but I think with every